To the first show. It is a Thursday, the 7th of November 2013. Thank you for joining us this morning. And there's always something on our minds to talk about. But and today, it is a sad day because today marks exactly 1 year since the Melcombe disaster. And so we'll probably be doing some reflections here and there. And I think we'll take some information from the what do you call it? Ghana Meteorological Service.
The weather is bright and shine, so it explains the smiles this morning. Beyond the fact that I need so much into this particular topic, and obviously some information will do. Today, 27 degrees Celsius is what you're experiencing as we speak at the moment. Into 30 degrees Celsius. Later on this afternoon, temperatures will drop to about 25 degrees Celsius. This evening going to be generally hazy with some also rain showers, dotted rain showers along some parts of the coastal belt, and the temperatures will run about 30 to 33 degrees Celsius. If there are any changes, the Ghana Meteorological Agency is in touch with us, and we will definitely let you know about it.
Right. So
well, he's considered the richest man in the world, and Bill Gates is here talking about the fact that success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they cannot lose, and obviously coming from this man who has been very successful, says success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they cannot lose. So that's what Bill Gates is talking about this morning. If you're a successful person and you're listening to us this morning, there is no limit to your success. You don't need to relax. There is always something you can achieve and add up to your success. So success is not final. Just keep moving on, and don't let it seduce you. Don't let your success get into your head and cause you to relax. That's basically what Bill Gates is talking about this morning.
well, is there anything about this morning I also heard that what you become is not as a result of
your circumstances.
It's as a result of your decision.
Exactly.
And that will also lead you into success. Circumstances will come, but how are your decisions you make, to make those circumstances more advantageous than disadvantageous
is what the thing is.
What matters.
I keep telling you that it's not about what happens. It's about what you do about what happens. Because sometimes you can't prevent, no matter how careful you want to be.
Exactly.
People know you to be a principled person. That things happen to you, and you're like, oh, Charlie, this guy behind, this has happened. But
exactly.
Think about what to do after something happens. Really.
When you find yourself in a tight corner. So let's just take you through briefly headlines this morning, and then we will continue with the breast cancer discussion. I'll start off with the Daily Graphic. This morning, drill ship accounts closed in 2005. Produced fire report. Parliament tells government. Austrian bank denies Woyome. National housing scheme takes off. And I wish this story was on yesterday because Woyome's brother was in the house.
Yeah,
So, doctor, we're back to our conversation. You were talking about support.
Saying that at that time we decided to go out to the people and create awareness, because it meant that we can't sit in the consulting room and wait for the women to come when it's too late and when we cannot do anything for them. So I remember the first time I started talking to people, and the first person who took me to her church to go and talk to them about breast cancer was the managing director of Jofel, Auntie Felicia, who took me to her church one Sunday to go and talk to them about breast cancer. And
when you started the campaign?
When I started the campaign. And that very evening, she took me again to Fox FM, and that time Nana Hayford, who is an actress, was at Fox FM. So we talked about breast cancer. That was how it started. And then I realized that a lot of people had questions, a lot of people had concerns. So then decided to get the NGO and start going out to the communities and talking about breast cancer. Because, you know, I believe that where a woman stays or lives should not determine whether she should survive or die from breast cancer.
Let me get to this point before I come to Madam Rahima. How are you able to tell you have breast cancer? For example, I live alone. How am I able to do the examination myself, probably, or I have to go to the hospital? How do I do that?
Breast cancer, like most cancers, are not painful at the beginning. So women should not expect pain. One thing every woman should do is to know her breast, to know how your breasts look like, how they feel like, and the size of your breast, because one breast is normally bigger than the other, but you should know which one is bigger. And one thing we can do, you see, so you have to start knowing these things, because some of the diseases can start by shrinking the breast or making it get bigger. So we advise women to do what we call breast self-examination, which you can do in your home every month. If you are a young girl like you, still menstruating, you have to do it after your period. If you are a postmenopausal woman, it means you have to choose one day in the month and do your breast self-examination. You stand in front of the mirror, look at the breast, keep in mind which one is bigger than the other, and also look at the skin surrounding the breast, because breast cancer can start by just a dimple in the skin. And if there's a dimple in the skin, it means that there's something inside the breast that is pulling this. You can always have it again. You know, so such women should also be extra cautious. It doesn't mean that once you get breast cancer you're going to die. Breast cancer is one of the highly treatable diseases, but the problem we have in our part of the world is that it's surrounded by myths and misconceptions, and these are preventing women from going to the hospital early. They waste all the time in the prayer camps, in seeking, you know, other kinds of help, and by the time they go to the hospital, it's already spread. The disease does not stay in the breast alone. It has the potential of spreading to other parts of the body. And for breast cancer, the vital organs, we call them the target organs, are the liver, the brain, the bone, and the lungs. These are the organs that receive cancer cells from the breast. So if a woman has breast cancer and stays at home for too long, the cells are likely to spread to these organs, and that is when death can occur. You know.
I'm using English, she's using technical words. Palpate your breast. This one says, thank you, Annie, for bringing her to educate our homes on this morning. Obaya Hima, thank you for your message. Someone says, my breasts are very big. Could it be that there is an abnormality I might not be able to identify?
Yeah, those with big breasts should pay particular attention, and those are the people we want to advise to go to the hospital or to go to a trained person to examine for you, because it's always difficult for you to you know, examine them properly, you know. So those people should find time and go for the check. Okay, so that one, it's not likely you can find it yourself. They can find, but sometimes by the time they find something, it's already too big. You know,
because they have a big breast.
Yes, already. So we should pay more attention.
Okay, so enough of your text messages already. A lot are coming to you, but let me just hold on now. Let me go to Rahima Kwe. So how did you identify that you had something like this?
Thank you very much. I am a lady who always screen my breast after bathing, and one day I detected a lump in my breast, and I talked to my sister, and she also introduced me to Eba Clinic. It's there where I started my treatment. I went there for about 3 good years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 good years. And since there was no pains, I thought it was all over. And there was an archery program organized by World Vision. And the main speaker there was Dr. Bitus Juafi and the team. And since it was all over with me, I was the first person to be screened again. And then after the screening, they saw that there was still a big lump in the same breast. And so after that screening, I have to have the further investigations. And I went to Peace and Love Hospital for the lab and the mammo and the scan. After the results, it shows I had breast cancer.
How did you feel when they told you had it?
I was very miserable and shocked because I thought it was all over. Yeah, and so I started with the chemotherapy. That was the first treatment I started with. And then after the chemotherapy, during the treatment, you lose your hair, not only on your head, but your private part and your axilla too. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And after all these treatments, my family thought I had HIV/AIDS, and even they decided to not my children to come to me. Yeah,
is it that serious? I mean, are we doing?
Yeah.
Do we have that stigmatization problem when it comes to breast cancer?
Yes. When women take chemotherapy, there are side effects.
Oh.
One of them is alopecia, that's the loss of hair, and the color will change a little. These are all transient because you regain your color, your hair after the treatment. But these myths and misconceptions surrounding the disease is causing all this, and the lack of awareness. Our people can be very literate but very ignorant about the disease.
So what did you do? How did you explain it to your family?
They was thinking that I have HIV and this is not in the family, so you have nothing to say to them.
So you just ignored them?
Yeah.
And went on with your treatment?
Yeah, I went on with my treatment. And after the chemotherapy, my children left, and also the one and the most important person, my husband, also ran away. Yeah. So I was alone, and after all this treatment, I have to have the surgery because it was ignorance. That I've known that after you have removed your breast, you will die. So during the surgery, I went to the theater. I was at the theater, and I said, "Doctor, I will never remove my breast because I knew that I would die." So doctor said, "I won't force you. Nurses, send this patient to the ward and let her think about it." Yeah. So I was at the ward from morning till evening, where doctor was still at the theater waiting for me to accept that I would do the surgery. And at 7 p.m. there, I told doctor that, "Oh, I have accepted to do the surgery." I was at the theater where I had my surgery. And after the surgery, then I took my drugs for some months, and then I was now fit to have the radiotherapy. And then I went on to the radiotherapy too. And now I'm proud to be a survivor. After all this radiotherapy, talking to someone, I have to look at the person before I do what? Answer the person. So I went to Dr. Consortium. I said, "Doctor, she's like a mother to me. I always worried her very, very, very much. I'm not the only person she has been helping. She has a lot of women. And I asked the Almighty to give her long life so that she can help all women all over the world." And I told doctor, "Now, I think I have lost my memory. And if you can help me," she called a doctor, and I went there for this memory treatment for about months, and she paid all this money. And then I came back and said, "Doctor, now I want a teacher to teach me how to write because I have forgotten all my alphabets and everything." And then I had teachers, yeah, they taught me I'm a Ghana, speak Ghana, Tree, and English. Now here I am today, putting my alphabets together, form a sentence for you to get. Yeah, I'm very proud of her. And we had a training last 3 or 4 months. I'm among the trainees. So now I'm a counselor. I just counseled a new diagnosed patient who come to the hospital. If doctor told them, no, I'm going to remove your breast, or you are going to have the chemo, I just show myself to them. I'm now with 1 breast, but I'm very proud. I'm also the breast cancer survivor of the year 2012 and 2013. Yeah, I'm very proud.
That's very
married.
I'm some Asante man. Yeah. Wow. And now all my children are with me. My first one is a teacher, the second is at Kumasi Poly, and my last one is UDS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are happy to be sharing this joy with you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
How many years?
7 years.
7 years
Yeah.
now. Wow.
And people think that when we remove the breast, the woman is going to die within 2 months, 6 months, and they are spreading this false, information. And that is why I call them cherished survivors. Because they are doing a great job using themselves as example. And that's why we had to train them recently. For them, it's called the hope. Helping others through personal experience, helping the newly diagnosed women to go through treatment and not to default treatment and die, prematurely.
Our time is up, so I'll let you share your final words with the viewers. You look into the camera, and then you can tell us 1 or 2 words before we go. So look into this.
Yeah. We all need the proof. So sitting here today, I was using the artificial breast. I was using that artificial breast. We call it silicone. I was using this artificial breast for the past 7 good years. So I wanted to show this silicone to all viewers to know that I'm not here for show, but I'm here for proof. So that no one should stay in the house. We have so many things under our clothes and our dresses, but not only this dress, but we have so many things that you wear than this dress. So I'm going to show you the silicone for you not to run away. Or not, you have to be proud. Everything you have to be proud. When you are proud, you can do it. So I'm showing you.
Can I help you? Okay.
Yeah. This is a silicone and the artificial breast I was using for the past 7 good days, like the breast. And my husband also feel it very soft and says when he's doing the romance. You get me? So you just removing it and putting it there. That makes me a complete woman. Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Yeah.
Thank you. If you want to contact her when you have a problem, contact me. I'll direct you.
Yes,
I'm the next
right.
PR. My name is Annie. I was here with Alfred Fletcher, Joshua A.D., Patrick Apinting, and Francis, Joseph. Thank you all, my team, for helping me make this program a success. We're back tomorrow with entertainment, and tomorrow we're doing Girls. If you have been offended by some provocative attacks by the ladies on stage, don't draw any conclusions yet. Let them come and explain themselves on the set. So tomorrow we'll be tackling such issues on this platform concerning lady